Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion. Ooh. Crazy.
Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Richie Scott, and we are back with another video. It's been a couple of days, but I'm still here in Dubai, and we actually leave tomorrow. It's been a crazy trip, you know, because I have been in and out of Wi-Fi, so it's been a little bit hard to post, and yesterday we spent the entire day in Abu Dhabi, so I really didn't get a chance to fill you guys in on what's been going on with anything. So I am back today. Thank you guys for sticking with me. If you are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button down below. Hit the notification bell button, and then follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And if you're interested in seeing more of my trip to Dubai and Abu Dhabi, just follow me on Instagram and you guys can see all of that information and all that footage there. And then I'm going to actually put together a nice YouTube video for the trip at some point when I get back. Now, let's dive into part 3 of the reunion. Okay, so I really want to get into this because I feel like now we have exactly what happened with this whole closet scenario. It seems like Nene definitely put her hands on Porsha. It seems like Nene definitely choked up a producer. It seems like most of the ladies actually saw it. Marlo is just being a good friend at this point because she's riding a dime for Nene because, let's face it, otherwise, where would her place be on this show? I mean, bottom line, okay? So I feel like we are all fairly confident that what happened in the closet was that Nene pushed Porsha. Whether she wants to say it on camera or not, she actually did it. Now, does she feel any remorse for it? No. Interestingly enough, the other interesting thing about it is she's showing no accountability for it, which is something that she definitely said about Porsha, you know, after Porsha's incidences with previous cast members like Kandi, with Kenya. So I just kind of feel like, first of all, let me say this. Turnabout is always fair play. What I mean by that is this. Sometimes we all have to watch how we preach down to others about certain things, right? You ever been giving advice to one of your friends and then you've been like, in your head, like, yes, you don't need to be doing this. You don't need to be talking to this person. I told you to dump him anyway. You know, you ever said that sort of stuff and then the same thing came back around on you? I feel like that's exactly what's happening in Nene right now. I feel like she's getting her just due with that situation. Now, let's flip this around a little bit. Do I think she had a right to be upset? 100%. 100%. I'm on her side with that. 100%. Do I think she had a right to choke up a producer? Nah, because anybody else on another show would have been fired at this point. Bottom line. We saw she wasn't on that next episode though, so I feel like she was penalized in some way, shape, or form. I do feel like that. But at the end of the day, I kind of feel like she was right in how she thought about the situation, but not in how she reacted to the situation. And I think that she was definitely in the wrong for putting her hands on a pregnant person. That should never happen. I think that Porsha was definitely showing a large amount of grace in that situation because she could have been like turned up and about it, but at that point you pregnant. And I'm sure that because Porsha has been through this sort of situation before, she has a different vantage point or perspective on all of this. And at the end of the day, the baby's okay. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it wasn't such a violent push or tug or whatever it may have been that would have, you know, disturbed the peace of the baby. I don't know. But if you've ever been pregnant or had a baby, can you comment down below what your reaction would have been or if that could have endangered the baby? In my mind, it could have, but I don't know. Because when I was watching How to Get Away with Murder and the girl was pregnant and somebody elbowed her, she went into labor. So I really don't know about that sort of thing, but what I've seen on television. And obviously, as you can tell, I ain't had no babies, so I don't know. So if you have been pregnant before or have had a baby, let me know what that situation would have either felt like, what you would have done in that situation, if you would have popped off. Because I really want to know. I mean, I felt like Porsha had every reason to pop off at that point, but I felt like she was just trying to be like, yo, we're not even going to take it right there, right now. And I feel like that's good for her because it shows her growth. Now, I want to touch on this whole situation with Eva real quick because it's still confusing to me. I kind of feel like we have touched on the fact that Eva has had a violent past with her ex. We touched on that already, so we don't even need to do that again, right? We know about this situation. We know this man is kind of like on the violent tip or whatever, for whatever reason. I don't know. Maybe he got some mental issues, whatever. But do y'all believe her? That's really the bottom line in this situation. Now, the streets have been talking. We already know she coming back. We talked about this last week, so y'all already know that. But I really want to know what y'all thoughts are about this whole situation. Have you been in a violent situation like that before where you've had to move and you've had a protective order or a restraining order against somebody and it had to be renewed? Or do you guys think that she just didn't have the money like that? Truth be told, I feel like she stayed in that place, that one house, for the purposes of the show. I feel like she was always probably going to be moving at the end of October or in October because she felt like filming would have ended. Low key, that's what I feel like. And she would have been moving into this other place, which they say was her place from the jump. It was smaller, it looked lived in when we actually saw it on the show, so I just kind of feel like, I don't know. I kind of feel like filming was ending, she moved back into her old place, and maybe they would have moved into a new place had she gotten a new contract, which they probably will, and so she will be able. But let me tell y'all something. I've been an influencer at a certain point in time, and I do know that influencers can make a lot of money, but I don't really see her doing too many sponsored posts as she was saying. Did she say $40,000 for a post? Did she say $40,000? Because she got no Kardashian now, and I don't know if she's getting $40,000 for a post. 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, I can see, but 40,000, what post you doing? Like, I really want to know. Somebody let me know. If y'all know down in the comments, if y'all can pull it up, let me know. Tag the IG link in these comments. Let us know. Let us see it. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the situation with Cynthia and Nene. Let's just put it like this. Let's put a pin in it and say this. Cynthia looked crazy saying the things that she did to Mike about the whole situation with Kanye. She didn't do herself no favors with that. Now, whether the producers caught that accurately or not, I really don't know. Later in other interviews, she said she doesn't recall saying that, but in this episode, she gave a very descriptive reason for why she said that to Mike. Now, do I think that there was some liarization going on? I do. I felt like there was a little bit of liarization going on there. I hate to say it, I do. Y'all can at me in the comments if you want to. But at the end of the day, I felt like there was some fibberage there. You know what I'm saying? There was some fibberage going on there. I really can't, and I've told you guys my rationale for it before. I felt like she just did not want to be caught up in this whole mess between Nene and Cynthia and Kenya. In my mind though, I wonder, is she more loyal to Cynthia? Is she more loyal to Kenya or is she more loyal to Nene? And do you have to have the same level of loyalty to each of your friends, particularly if they don't like each other? For instance, Nene said that if she would have done the same thing to Kenya, then Cynthia would have talked to her about it and been like, yo, what you doing is wrong. But on the other hand, when Nene asked her to talk to Kenya about it, she said she didn't want to be in the middle of it. I do feel like you gotta sort of, do the same thing with both friends. You know what I'm saying? Most importantly, do I think that these two ladies will actually ever be friends again? I don't know. I think that if the reunion had just ended the way that it ended, then I do believe that there's a possibility that they could have worked things out. However, the problem is not the reunion and not actually what happened, but I feel like it's everything that's going on after the reunion in the media, the way this whole situation has played out between the two of them, that I feel like is going to make it a lot harder for them to actually recover. Because I kind of feel like Cynthia is over the friendship, and I also feel like Nene's over the friendship, because I feel like she also still feels betrayed. So here's the thing though, I am told that there was an olive branch that was extended on behalf of Nene to Cynthia and Porsha, and I heard that that olive branch was declined. Now, I don't really know whether or not to believe that, but what I do know is that it's going to make for an interesting season 12, because as we know, Kenya Moore is coming back. She has negotiated a new contract. So we have Nene, Porsha, Kandi, likely Cynthia, Kenya, and Eva definitely all coming back. We do know that Marlo will be back likely in a friend capacity. I am told that there was an offer for a contract there, but I don't think that that's been, I think that that could just be speculation as well. We do know that Marlo has basically confirmed that Shamari will not be back in terms of a full-time role.
Okay, wait, let me tell you this. First of all, Shamari, hey! Show the lean. What's Shamari the bitch? Show the lean. Shamari, come on now, you peachless. You really still up here tweeting tonight? Peachless Shamari still tweeting. But hey, girl, stay a fan. Just be a fan now, okay? Be sweet now, since you're peachless now. Ooh, they'll give you a peach and snatch it right back from you, won't they?
But she may be back in the friend role. Who knows? We'll see. We just gotta wait on that one. Honestly, I've been saying it time and time again, that girl belongs on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and not the Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right, so that's all the news we got up for you guys today. I just wanted to drop back in, give you guys my reaction to the Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 11 reunion, Part 3, where we ended things off. And, you know, if we have any more news, then we'll get to that. But I will be on a flight back to the States tomorrow. So I'm going to be doing this video, editing this, putting this out. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell button, because you just don't know when we'll be coming back with videos. I can definitely tell you that we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming on Thursday, 2 videos per day. We'll see you guys then. Follow me on IG and Twitter at DJ Richie Scott, and I will see you guys in the next video.